Hello friends, we are about halfway through with summer break here in my house, and my kitchen in particular has taken lots of abuse from these 5 boys giving it a workout 24/7. So in today's video, I'm giving it a deep clean. We're talking scrubbing the fronts of cabinets, scrubbing and shining up all my stainless steel appliances, emptying the fridge and scrubbing it out, and I even dropped to the floor to scrub my filthy, dirty baseboards. We will be getting this kitchen back to tip-top shape in no time. So pop my video on your TV, tablet, or phone and clean along with me, or sit back and relax with your favorite drink and stockpile this cleaning motivation for future use. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like my video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and click that bell notification for more inspiring motivational videos. Let's be friends on Instagram too. You can find me at Home with Elizabeth. Alright friends, we're going to get this island decluttered so that I can just have some space as I start to work on the dishwasher, the dishes that need washed, and that other cabinet, so that I can have this island to set things as I move them to clean and then put them back.
Tonight the whiskey feels stronger.
Alright, let's get this dishwasher loaded. It is particularly full this morning. I've been keeping up on, the daily tasks in my kitchen. You just have to with such a large family. Like, we're always running the dishwasher, we're always hand washing dishes that need to be done. I'm always wiping counters. But the other day I noticed that it was really looking grungy in this kitchen. Like, my cabinets had like chunks on them. All of my stainless steel appliances are smudged. Especially the garbage, and our fridge handles get really like grimy, and like my son asked me, he's like, Mom, why are there chunks on the kitchen handles? And I'm like, well buddy, that's because you guys all open it and close it with filthy stuff all over your hands, and no one cleans it but me. And I said, I don't clean it every day. And of course, you know that my dishwasher always gets streaky from opening and closing it with water on your hands. So I decided when I woke up this morning that we are just going to give this area a deep clean. And I'm going to confess that I didn't do my ceiling fan, but I really needed to. It's just, it runs constantly, like now during the summer. And I didn't notice until one morning we shut it off. And I was like, ooh, I really should have cleaned that ceiling fan. So I do a lot of deep cleaning, but I did not deep clean that.
Thinking back to all I loved and lost, my heart is full and aching strong. So I'll throw.
I am using my trusty old Mr. Clean to wash these cabinets. And friends, if you're new around here, that was left at this house when we bought it. So it's pretty old probably, because we've lived here a year, and I'm pretty sure it was empty a year before we moved in, but I'm not one for wasting cleaning products. So I just put a little capful in my cedar mop with hot water, and we are just using my mop head here to scrub all these cabinets and all the handles. And while I do that, I want to welcome you back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Elizabeth. I'm a 51-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom to 7 adult/teenage children. I have 2 girls that live outside the home. They're 27 and 23. I have 3 sons who still live at home. They are 20, 17, and 15. I also have 2 bonus boys. They're 16-year-old twins. They're my nephews that I got custody of several years ago. On my channel, you're going to find cleaning motivation, cleaning inspiration. You're going to find a little bit of decluttering, a little bit of organizing, and even a little bit of decorating. But what you're going to find lots and lots of is real life. I like to keep it very real here on my channel and share my perfectly imperfect life with you all. I strive to help others not feel so alone in this world, and to help them realize that the best way to live life is as their most perfectly imperfect self also. If this sounds like content that you would enjoy watching, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'd love to have you join my community. So my walls probably need another good scrubbing with this mop because it's been since spring that I did it. And I started my spring cleaning, way back in like February, March, so it's time. But as you see, the cupboards were not really filthy dirty, and I'm assuming my walls won't be really filthy dirty either, but I can tell around the light switches and the door frames that they're getting kind of grimy. So my guess is the next time I feel like doing a little deeper cleaning, I just need to clean the walls here in the kitchen. All right, so we have moved on to this microwave, and it was in desperate need of cleaning. Even though I have that cover in there and I am religiously preaching to the boys about using it, this microwave still gets filthy. So we are just giving it a good scrub out. And I didn't show you filling it up. I think I do a little bit later, like when I change the water, but I am literally just using one of my big mixing bowls with a little bit of squirt of my Dawn Platinum, some hot water, and a microfiber cloth. When I do deep cleaning like this, that seems to be a lot easier to use than like one of my sprays. Plus I know that like the hot water and the actual Dawn and the scrubbing motion with my hand over all these surfaces helps kill a lot of germs too. So we've moved on to this counter here to the right of my sink, and I am just wiping where my black backsplash should be. We're wiping the top of these counters. We're getting these counters wiped. Now we're just putting everything back, and I'm giving it a good wipe too. Like my paper towel holder here, like it gets very crummy with paper towels. Like I don't buy expensive paper towels because hello, we're just throwing them away. So when they get tore off, they leave like remnants of the paper cloth, so it just needed wiped off. And of course I'm forever wiping my little tray here that I keep my sink stuff in. We're going to move to this stove, and if you notice here, everything I just put away is out again. That's because I kind of got my up until the stove done, and then I told everyone to come into the kitchen and eat, because I don't know if you noticed back on the clock when I was cleaning the microwave, it was about 11:30, so it was almost lunchtime. And so I got the dishwasher running and the one counter done so that I would have a little bit of stuff cleaned done before the kids started lunch. And so I called everyone in so they could eat their lunch, and then after everyone was done, I just came back to the kitchen here. So that's why like you just saw me put the air fryer away, but it was right back out, and there's like an empty milk jug there. This is just after lunch, so we are just giving this stove a very good scrub. I don't know if you noticed, but I brought out my Wyman's cooktop cleaner. I haven't used it in forever, but it definitely needed it. My scrub mommy was kind of black after I scrubbed it. We're just wiping the knobs and my little rubber things I have around my knobs, just getting all this grease and grime gone. All right, we finished up with the counters in the stove, and I'm just giving this oven a quick wipe off. It really needs cleaned in the inside, but that's gonna have to wait till the kids are done with school because it just involves too much. Too much elbow grease, too much spreading the parts around. So it will probably get a good cleaning here when the kids go back to school early September. So we have moved back to this island, and I'm getting it re-decluttered from lunchtime, and now we're gonna give it a good scrub. All right, we are going to get this side of the kitchen mopped, and I am still loving this Bona dry mop machine cleaner. I buy it at Walmart. It's probably 12 bucks, 13 bucks. And like, I just kept my Tyneco bottle cap that you're supposed to measure, and it's like perfect for my machine. This is my second bottle, and so it lasts a pretty long time. I think I mop quite a bit, but you use so little of it that it goes so far. And like, I'm ecstatic with how well it performs. And on that note, I do have 2 new reviews coming for you guys. One is something I bought, and it kind of is in the line of what I'm using right now. And I'm excited to use it. It has some features that my Tyneco does not, and I'm excited to see if they are like something to rave about. The other product is a sponsored product. A company reached out to me and asked me to test it out and review it for them, and I'm really excited about it because it is something that I had for years. And I ended up having to get rid of it because it was recalled, and I'm so excited to have another one in my arsenal to help clean this house after these boys. It's also a little better than the one that I had before. So right now what is happening, if you know anything about Tynecos, like, it has a sensor on the top that is blue when it's just normal, there's nothing on the floor, and it can go from purple to red if there's like chunks on the floor, if there's sticky stuff on the floor, and there's something always gets underneath my dishwasher. I don't know if it's just because it gets kicked under there. I don't know if it's like the water that runs down it and drips, you know, maybe it's like from our hands and stuff. But every time I go to mop underneath that dishwasher, like, it turns red. And so I just like sit there and let it like spin on the same spot until I watched my little LED light go from red back to blue, so that I know that it's clean. But yes, I'm very excited for these 2 products coming up for you guys. Like I said, one is something I use all the time, just a different version, and the other one is something that I haven't used in forever. But they are both, I think, going to be very useful for others who enjoy cleaning, or don't enjoy cleaning but just have to because it's a necessary evil. So we have moved on to these appliances, and we just did a dishwasher, and now I am doing my freezer, and the seal on top of my freezer, as you can see, was just filthy. It does not get wiped near enough. So again, I am just using my Dawn Platinum in a bowl of hot water to get all the chunks and stickiness and streakiness off, and then I'm coming in with my Wyman stainless steel cleaner, and I'm spraying it on my microfiber cloth, and we are shining it up to make them look nice and pretty. When I look deep into your eyes, we got nowhere to be. Just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do. The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds, your hands still tangled up in mine. All right, we are tackling the inside of this fridge too because it needed it desperately. But I am just kind of doing the take one shelf out, clean it, put that shelf back in, like the contents of those shelves. I don't take any shelves out in the making of this video. We did not have that kind of time today. So we are just giving, like I said, one shelf content out, wipe it up. That shelf's contents back in the fridge. But my water was particularly filthy after cleaning this fridge. It definitely needed a good scrubbing out. And I don't know if you noticed too, I think I've mentioned this before, I go through so many microfiber cloths when I clean because I use some wet, I use some dry. Like it takes basically 2 just to clean the stove. Same with when I do the outside of my stainless steel appliances. I use the one that's wet to, like I said, scrub off those chunks, the stickiness, the streaks, and then I use a dry one to spray my Wyman's on to clean it up. I just recently bought a brand new pack off of Amazon. They were like 24 for like $10. I'm actually in the process of trying to figure out how to set up my like a storefront for Amazon so that you guys can, like, if you're ever looking for anything that I talk about in my videos, you guys know that I either buy it at Walmart or I buy it off of Amazon. And although I'm always willing to give you a link, so if you ever see anything I use or anything I talk about, and you want to know where it's from or what it costs or how it works, do not be afraid to ask me in my comments. I do not mind explaining, giving you information, and even giving you guys links. It's totally okay. I even had, when I did my youngest son's room's makeover, I had someone asked about his lights on his computer desk, his like gaming desk. And she was a young girl too, I could tell, just from her language, because she sounds like the teenagers in my house. She wanted to know about his lights on his gaming desk, and he had got him as a gift, like they weren't new. My oldest daughter, his sister, got them for him for Christmas, and I actually like went and hunted down the link for her because she sounded so excited for him, and like she was like, oh my gosh, she's like, thank you so much. She's like, that's cool. And they were from Walmart because, again, I only buy stuff from Walmart and Amazon or Aldi's, and my kids are pretty much the same.
Love song on a worn out track. Yeah, it feels like that. Feels like that.
That's a real good vegetable right there, isn't it, friends?
Na, 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 na. Feels like that.
How hilarious are my children? Or how mean are they? Because they were definitely hiding that chocolate syrup in the vegetable drawer because they knew that other certain brothers would not look in the vegetable drawer. Oh, I tell you what. Good thing they're all cute because they are something else, friends. But yes, as I was saying, like I'm kind of trying to figure that whole thing out. As good as I am with technology, some things I am not good at. It takes me a while to figure those out. So we are almost done here with this fridge, and it felt so much better to get it wiped out. And there were actually a few things that need thrown out. Not a ton, because we really do go through our food. Our fridge is not big enough to keep things that expire. It gets emptied pretty regularly. So thankfully I only had to throw out a few things, but it still felt good to get them out and get it all wiped up. And of course now we are doing this disgusting trash can. And it needed it so bad. So bad. And I do not clean this garbage can enough. I really, really need to get in the habit of cleaning it more often because it gets so dirty. And it doesn't get dirty on the inside. Like, it really, I think I've washed it out once on the inside. It stays really clean on the inside. But just that outside gets filthy. So I really need to get in the habit of cleaning it better. So we have switched to the dining room area of this kitchen. We are getting my little tray thing off my tray decoration things off the table, and there were chunks of, I think, cereal or something on there, so I had to go get my Dyson to get them swept up. And now we are just using a new batch of hot water and Dawn Platinum to get this table wiped off, and we're going to get benches up, and we're going to get everything else on this end of the kitchen wiped down before we start mopping this floor again.
Every time I try to leave, you're keeping me occupied. I'm losing track of time. Losing track.
And friends, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but we only have about 5 minutes left in this video. For some reason, my videos have been hitting anywhere between the 25 and the 32-minute mark. I don't even, no matter what I film, sometimes it feels like I pull 2.5, 3 hours worth of filming in my program, but it always cuts down to only about 32 minutes. And then I can pull an hour and a half in, and it turns out being about 28 minutes. I hope that's good for you guys. I know that when I first started YouTube, my videos used to be a lot longer. Sometimes I'd have those 45-minute videos, and I just don't know if my style has evolved, or my editing skills, or my cleaning prowess, if you want to call it that. But I've definitely been just hitting this 25 to 32 minute mark. And I don't know if you just saw there, but filthy dirty Keurig, always with my oldest home from school. And my baseboards were terrifying. That's how dirty they were. You just saw that one wipe, and I'm going to show you the water when I dump it, and it's horrendous. And I actually did take some pictures for my thumbnail. I don't know if you noticed in the thumbnail, but maybe I'll throw it in right here of a couple close-ups of the baseboards, and you can truly understand how horrifyingly dirty they were. And I should be embarrassed, but I'm going to tell you what I always tell you. I'm not, because we live in a house with a lot of people, and we actually live in this house. It's not like a museum. So here's this water. I even couldn't pour it down my sink. That's how dirty it was. I'm this has to go in the toilet. So yeah, that was my water from my baseboards. Here's the first water pour from the kitchen floor. So some chunks, but not horribly bad. It's been worse, and not too terribly dirty. Again, it's been much dirtier. It helps that it's summer and it's not as wet and mucky out as the winter. So we are now getting this floor done here on the dining room area.
Just losing track of time.
I should probably let you guys know what I'm using, especially if you're not new around here. My guess is there's always a chance that there's someone new watching a video at any given moment. So this is the Tyneco S5. It is their wet dry mop. It was the very first one they released that had the close to the edge cleaning technology. I actually bought it in May of 2024, and I love it. It is one of my favorite cleaning tools in my arsenal. As you may or may not know, we have a giant family, 2 adults, 5 kids, 2 pups, which have really not been in this video all that much today, friends, have they? And so our floors are always filthy. So as you see there, we added a little bit more debris, especially under the kitchen table. That water was just as dirty as the kitchen water, so it felt good to get it up off the floor and down the drain. All right, so we have about 2 minutes left, friends. I am just going to get this table emptied, put all my benches and chairs back, put the pup stuff back. But I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for joining me today and watching my video, liking it, commenting on it. And yes, we are loading the dishwasher once again for the day. And then it will be loaded a third time for dinner. If I could ask you to do one thing before you leave, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, give it a like. It just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed it, and it will suggest more videos like this for you. It will also suggest this video to other people on YouTube who may like this type of content. If you feel like leaving me a comment, I would love that. I loved getting to know you guys in my comment section. If you have not subscribed yet, why the heck not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, then that bell notification so you never miss another one of my videos. I release every Monday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would love to have you join my community. So until next video, friends, have a great day. Bye.